Hello, YouTube fans. This is TheSkullKlown. Hopefully, you guys can hear me here. I'm not going to be here for too long, but hold on. Let me okay. Sorry about that. I want to talk about Howard the Duck. Now, if you haven't seen how Howard the Duck was in What If, you should. You should. The last season of What If, please watch that stuff with Howard the Duck because we got a new Marvel character. I don't even want to spoil it if you haven't seen it, but if you have, then you know what I'm talking about. And to be honest, it's exciting and it's cool. I thought it was pretty dope, in my opinion. I do have a few Howard the Duck comic books, like the modern ones, but I have one of the original ones basically, and I do want to get all of them. I really do. In my mom and pop store, they have a or Omega, I think that's what it's called. I forgot what it's called. But you guys can get me on that. They have those big fat books that comes with all the comic books basically. I thought it was the original Howard, but no, it was like the modern Howard, and I was still skeptical to get it because I'm only here like it's not the original Howard. Because if I see that shit on that store shelf in the mom and pop store that I go to every so often, then that shit is mine. $80, $100? Nope, it's mine. It's mine. I'm dead serious because I'll be trying to get that shit for years and years and years. And by the way, people have pointed out Steve Gerber, his art style. Correct me if I'm saying his name wrong. The creator. Look at his art style. Everyone has literally pointed out, like people that are fans, people that know his work. Seriously, people look at his art style and they be like, he was on some type of substance when he made this shit. Because this drawing is so fucking good. It is. It matches Disney. It actually beats Disney. It beats Looney Tunes. I'm dead serious. When I saw that art style, I'm looking at this and I'm like, why is not no one hiring this guy? Why is this not more of his shit? Look at the way he draws. Look at the outlines. It's people that draw like that, like him, need to be in the front lines. I'm dead serious of making freaking amazing content because holy shit, if you saw his art style, it's freaking crazy. All right. But I want to talk about Howard. If you're going to make a Howard the Duck movie, Disney, I'm not saying you all. I'm just saying it because hey, that what if stuff that I saw, someone that created that really wanted a Howard the Duck movie, and they really liked the character. But Disney was like, we don't know. Let's step our toes a little bit in the water real quick with this, and we'll see how people will like it. Disney, if you're hearing this right now, I like it, but there's a cost right here. I'm saying this for me as a fan of Howard the Duck. Like seriously, I grew up with their movie. Obviously, I like the movie. Yes, I know it has some flaws, but I still like the movie. Um, Especially knowing everything that I know now from behind the scenes of the movie, but also from the creator and all that stuff. But correct me if I'm wrong. If he didn't like the movie or anything like that, I think it was just a discussion of he should not wear pants or some shit like that, or he shouldn't look the way that he's looking. I think it's one of those things. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys. Please correct me if I'm wrong, because I could look it up right now. But I just want to make a quick video and shit like that because I really want to get my feelings out there and not be distracted on something that you guys could just help me on in the comments. So that's why the comments are there for, So but I would love to have a Howard the Duck movie of Disney. But please do not make it Disney-fied. Meaning what you have Howard the Duck now. And I'm not saying what you have with Howard the Duck in What If was bad. No, it was good and I love it. For throughout the whole season of that series, seriously. Throughout the whole What If series, you did perfectly with Howard the Duck. No fucking complaints with me. But there's something that other fans might have complained about. That's not the original Howard. Well, there's one way that Disney can counteract that. Because, correct me if I'm wrong, was the copyright for Howard already, was it already a dispute before the movie came out? Because if the original Howard is still the movie, basically, Disney has all the authority in the world to literally pay Universal Studios and put that shit on Disney Plus. I don't see why won't you do it, Disney. You already own the character. Might as well own the Universal movie that Universal made. You could pay Universal. You already own the George Lucas stuff. Come on, man. It's not that hard. It's not that hard, Disney. It isn't. For the money that you have, it's not that hard. Don't say it's not hard. Come on, man. You know, we've got to call a spade here. This is business. Let's talk about business. It's true. Because if, business-wise, that makes no sense if you're just going to leave them out, if you could literally put them in Disney Plus, and then make that shit canon, and say that, yeah, that Howard that you see, that we're going to make the movie of, it's going to be based on this, but it's still not going to be, it's going to be the original, basically, and not the, duck that Seth Green is doing, basically. And I'm not a big fan of Seth Green's voice as Howard. I wish it was something else, basically. But I'm not off by it. It just sometimes I remind myself, I'm just like, could have been a different voice actor. I know a lot of people like Seth Green as Howard the Duck, but I'm not a huge fan. I'm not saying I hate it. He's not my first choice. He's not my first choice. I don't know why Disney just automatically were like, yep, him. I'm like, really? Really? Yeah? I don't know. Nah, Ghana probably would not be good at it. Or maybe he would. Imagine him voicing Howard the Duck. But I don't know. I don't see it. Someone needs to have more of that raspier voice, kind of like almost like the original, almost a little bit. But you can always see that from the comic book, anyways. Every time you look at the comic book, you think of how Howard speaks, and you'd be like, no, he has that little bit of a lisp, basically, kind of like Daffy, but not exactly like that. It's almost like he does it once in a while, not fucking all the time when he talks. He just does. I imagine him talking like that when he gets upset, basically, and that makes sense. And at least for me, that makes sense for me as the character when I read the panels of the comic book. When I was, especially when I look at it online and stuff like that, and see how he talks and shit like that. And also, I know a lot of people say that he changed, and I even trolled this too, that, oh, he looks like Donald, and shit like that. Even when I first saw the cover for him a long time ago when I was a kid, when I was scrolling on my phone one day at my grandparents' house, and I'm like, oh shit, Howard the Duck. And I was like, why he looks like Donald and shit like that. And then I said Marvel, and it said Howard the Duck, and I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, when was this? I was looking... I was like going crazy when I was like looking at that shit when I was younger, But I love how the creator makes fun of that shit. And that's the thing. When you make a Howard the Duck movie, please don't make him a detective. Please. And don't make him just a side character from Guardians of the Galaxy. Please. He's so much more than that. He's not that. He's not what I just explained. He's not that. He's not. He's not a background fucking character. He's not. You know how Wanda has Nexus powers and shit like that? Yeah, he does too. He just doesn't use it. He also has Toon Force, but he doesn't use it. Only when people mess with him. That's really it. Look at all the stuff that you see with Howard in all the comic books. He barely fights. He mostly runs away. But when he has to fight, basically. And that right there is what do you call it? That's really relative. Really relative. I'm telling you, Disney, this character is literally made for you on a silver platter, and you're doing nothing with him. You're doing nothing with him. You're afraid to go to the comic books? Then have Fox make Howard the Duck. You own Fox. Make them fucking make it. Why is that so hard? That's not hard. You buy all these properties and you want them to be Disney-fied? That makes no sense. You're making no profit. You're making no profit then. You're making no profit. There was a time when you wanted to do drama and horror. Now you don't want to do none of that? You even put some drama and horror in your Disney shit. Look at Who Framed Roger Rabbit. That shit's still traumatizing to people. I never got... It's funny, though. Some people got scared. Actually, no, I actually did get scared with that when I was a kid. When I killed your brother, I talk just like I'm like, oh my fucking god! And I was a little kid when I saw that shit. This movie came out in '88. I was born in '93. So when I was when I was just a little bit older to see this movie, I was in shock. I'm saying, like, come on, man. And then I had that drama too with Eddie Valiant. That's what I'm saying. Like, you could do this shit, but you don't want to. Why? You know, there was a time when people did the same shit, and then we went to you for creative stuff and new stuff. And people were like, Disney still got it. They're telling you to fuck off. Be creative. And you're not doing that. And now everyone's looking at you and saying that you're not being creative. Now we need to be creative. Even Warner Brothers is like, Disney, yes, you got Star Wars. We got Doom. You're not gonna make it good, are you? You're not gonna make it good, are you? You're not gonna make it good, are you? Has an award. Academy Award winning project of Dune. Disney. Fuck! Yo, I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. That's Disney. Come on. Work with me here. Work with me, man. Work with me. You're like one of the most famous companies ever. And you can't work with this shit? This is on a silver platter. Howard the Duck. You can go all out with him. And yes, put it, if you are really sensitive of the whole thing, that how he is in the original comic books and shit like that, then guess what? You have another promotion to do that. Fox. Look at the stuff that you still do in Family Guy. You own Family Guy. I thought Family Guy was going to change and shit like that ever since you bought Fox. Nope. They're still... Actually, they got in more worse. Not worse story. I'm not saying bad. I'm saying more worse of upscaling the shit, basically. And I'm looking at this and I'm over here like, Disney needs to... They're flexing. I've been noticing that. When you watch The Simpsons and Family Guy, they're flexing with the mature shit. Have you been noticing that? I don't care if you dislike it or not, but you guys got to pay attention to that stuff. I don't know why you're not. You guys are still saying that it's all shit and all that. And I'm over here like, guys, it's the same thing with me with SpongeBob. It stopped after season 3. Get over it. Stop being a child. Get over it. You know? Watch with it once in a while, and that's it. That's fine. No, and watch the other old seasons. There you go. They're there. And if you got rid of your DVDs because of Disney Plus, what's wrong with you? I would have never done that. I don't know why people did that. When people said they did that, I was like, you got rid of a trophy long line of movies for what? $25? And now it costs so much on eBay? Damn. That's why I have some VHS tapes that will probably not be expensive because it doesn't have some simple label, but they're still going to be expensive because no one doesn't have those shits anymore. No one doesn't have a lot of Disney VHSs anymore. You'd be surprised. And now those are rare. I have like probably 3 or 4 of them right now. I have to dig through all of that shit, but I have them. I have Lion King 2. What is it? I think I have Bug's Life. It should be around there. If not, it's somewhere around this freaking house. If not, then I have to get that because I've lost that on VHS most likely. Probably. Because there was a lot of VHS ones that I've lost. I lost Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, VHS one. Well, Blew Up the Baby, that one. But then there was so much that I already grabbed later on. It was just kind of funny because, again, all of that bullshit. But moving on to Howard the Duck. Again, Disney, if you are going to make a Howard the Duck movie, please follow the comic books. Please. Look, you could change from stuff as always, obviously. We all know this. We already know this. The thing is, you could make your own Howard the Duck story and pick from things from different comic books. And to be honest, you could pick one of the villains. To be honest. Pick Dr. Bond, please. Please. As the first villain, please. Because that will show how wacky this world is. Or wacky his rogues gallery is going to be. Don't show as like, oh, this is just That's the thing. I don't think Disney thinks that it's a good marketing strategy to have a duck always running away, quote unquote, even though he doesn't. The shit happens to him, you know. You know, if you saw the Howard the Duck movie, he just doesn't just run away. That ball fight scene. I know a lot of people don't like the Howard the Duck look in the movie, you know, and believe me, as the time has gone on, yeah, I get what people are saying, but that ball scene when he's getting Beverly's money and shit like that, you cannot tell me that lighting makes that freaking outfit of Howard look good for no reason whatsoever. If I was a director or anything like that, or anyone in the back of the movie when I was filming that scene, and I saw the lighting in the freaking in the camera, I would have been like, this is gonna be a lighting movie. Not to say the lighting is not bad in this movie. It's just that scene alone told me everything what it needs to be. And to be honest, even if you look at the comic books of Howard the Duck, the backgrounds, even the foregrounds, are bright as shit, neon light bright. That's what I'm talking about, baby. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Good art style, good art direction. My God. Disney, that's what I'm saying. If you're making a Howard the Duck movie, make it animation. Oh my God. From you? Old school animation? From Who Framed Roger Rabbit, old school school animation? I'm not saying you should make it live action version like that. I mean, you could if you want to. It would probably make sense if you did. You know? The only one that would be animated is Howard. You don't have to waste money on that. You know? Howard could be a cartoon character walking around and shit like that. To be honest, wasn't that originally supposed to be the plan? I mean, it was going to be an animated movie, but then they wanted to do a live action, but wasn't it originally almost how it was going to be animated for one point? Then they scrapped it real quick. Then they were like, no, let's just use a person in a suit. You know? And then eventually that probably got lost in translation. Now we just hear of like, oh, this and then this, instead of what we could have gotten, you know, Who Framed Roger Rabbit type of style, just with Howard, you know, as animated. I don't know. I heard that, I remember hearing that years ago. But I don't know if that's 100% true, because I've heard it a couple of times when I was younger. But ever since I've gotten older, that shit has died off. Probably it's not true. But if we ever find out that it is true, then Disney take the opportunity to do it. If we almost got that, we didn't do it. I would have been like, let's do it. And I would have get the best animators possible to make them so smooth, so beautiful, and so awesome. Look at The Day the Earth Blew Up, the Looney Tunes movie. Look at that animation. If you bring that type of animation for Howard the Duck movie, ooh, 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 ooh. And he just looks like that. All you have to do is waste an animation on him. Of course, he will cost money, but him alone will probably be worth it. Trust me. Trust me, Disney. It'd probably be worth it. You know? And most people are like, well, we don't want to get rid of this character of Seth Green of Howard the Duck. Well, then, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. Because the only way I could see you guys make a movie, I mean, I'm not saying Seth cannot voice him or anything like that. I'm not saying that. But I'm saying the version of Howard, of Seth that's playing. Now I'm over here like, well, then I don't know what to tell you. That's why I put the option there of you probably buying the rights to the Universal version of the movie. Because you already have a relationship with Steven Spielberg, with George Lucas. You know? So in my mind, it doesn't make sense that you didn't grab the opportunity, because there's so many opportunities to do this. You just refuse to do it. I mean, do you? Did you refuse to do it, or you are doing it, you just keeping it quiet? Because if there's a Howard the Duck movie being made right now and we don't know it, don't hide that shit from me. No, I'm dead serious. Don't hide that shit from me. Because Because I get it. If you're not ready to show it, that there's a difference. But holy shit. And I just want to pause here because have said before a long time ago that, hey, if you're all going to bring Howard and you're all going to make a movie, don't have his pants. But if you're all going to have his pants, make him look this style. Please make him look like this style. Please. Seriously. Please make him look like exactly this. Please. Because that would look freaking awesome. Seriously. 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 And most people are like, well, wouldn't Disney want them to make like 3D animated? Well, to be honest, that almost happened. We almost had a puppet for the original. The thing is, you could use a puppet for Howard the Duck movie. You could do that. Animated or puppet. But you guys, I don't know if you guys have seen it, but I will show this. Let's see, Oh, there we go. No, not concept art, concept design. Because I don't care if I misspelled it right now, because I'm just trying to find. Ooh, let's see. Because there was a point where Howard was going to look so much different. There it is. Oh, there it is right there. Howard was going to look so different. Was it Stan Winston? Stan Winston. Disney, if you like the look that I gave you, the picture that I showed you, and you over here probably wondering, well, hey, maybe if we don't want to make them animated, okay, then use this design. Then please use this. Use this. I love how some people say that the original, the movie Howard the Duck that we got, the way that Howard the Duck looks uncanny. But I'm over here like, then what's this? Even though he is closer to the comic book, but you're telling me this is not uncanny? Yeah, okay. But again, do this look. Do this look. Alright? Seriously. Look at this, man. He has pants. You see? You could do this, Disney. If you're making a Howard the Duck movie, please do this. Look at this. Please look back at previous work and not just ignore it. This right here cannot die. This concept here cannot freaking die. I'm dead serious. I'm dead serious. You need to tell me you're going to look at this and not use it? Then, look at this. Look at this. Disney. You have all the money in the world. You have all the money in the world. Who's stopping you? Who's stopping you? Only yourself, to be quite honest with you. And the thing is, you don't even have to spend probably all that much. If Godzilla Minus One was made on a budget for 15 mil, you can make it a Howard the Duck movie for probably, what, 20 mil? 30 mil? Or maybe 50 mil? And that's it? The highest that you should go is 50 mil. I can understand maybe 70 mil, but after that, you don't have to go any higher. Not if you I don't know. Not if you're picking out one of the comics that really needs a high budget, like about what Doom got 150 mil, and that's what Doom got, and that's what it just needed. See, those people that made it just knew the right budget that they needed. They didn't need it more. They didn't need it less. You see? That was smart. That was smart. That's a smart business decision. That's just me, man. That's just me. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, guys. Tell me what you guys think on my take on, hey, what type of Howard the Duck, what type of Howard the Duck movie we should get, to be quite honest with you. Again, I'm not saying Seth Green cannot voice Howard, but I'm over here like, if you're going to do that, and if what I suggested that you would do, bring the original Howard somehow, even from grabbing the comic book that he was left in, and you were like, you know what? Even if Disney doesn't even fucking know the history of Howard, I don't know if Disney even knows that the Howard that they have is not Howard. I wonder if they know that. That's why I mentioned, hey guys, is the Howard that we have in the movie, is that the original Howard still before the whole claim happened with the original creator that you took his creation? Please tell me this shit, guys. Seriously. Alright? Because we need to talk as fans about this stuff because I'm a fan like crazy and I want more Howard the Duck. And I just want people to know how he is. How he is. And most people are like, well, watch the movie. Well, yeah, but I want more people to know how he is. And I want more movies about him. And I'm glad that the What If series tapped into him, basically, or did stuff with him. I'm just happy they did something with him. As a Howard the Duck fan, I'm just happy they're doing something with him. And that just tells me more. There's probably more of what they're going to do with him. You know? Hell, to be honest, like, I know people don't like She-Hulk, but he could have been right next to She-Hulk. He could have made a cameo in She-Hulk, but you guys didn't do that. You know? You could have just paid homage to him being a detective, but he's not really a detective. He's just there, wandering Cleveland with his girl. And then shit happens. Because, yeah, shit happens. People might look at him in the street and be like, oh, man, he should not be there. I'm going to sue him and shit like that. You know, he doesn't, he has no rights and shit like that. That right there could be a movie. And then some villain comes out of nowhere and wants to freaking take Beverly and shit like that. That right there could be a movie. It's not that hard. It's not that hard. And Beverly doesn't even have to be captured. She could not get captured at all. Maybe she can, or maybe not. It just depends on what you're making. You know? How would the duck could be facing his creator? Oh, as a movie? Oh, like in the comic book? Oh. I gotta stop. Because anything that I would do, I don't know if you were gonna do, Disney. Are you gonna bring justice to this character to the point that a lot of people that are hardcore people that read the original book back in the 70s, are they gonna look at it and be like, they did fucking justice with this character? 100%. No ifs, ands, or buts. No tiptoeing it. 100% embracing this character. Please, man. Where's his cigar? This man used to smoke all the freaking time. There's no cigar. Why is the live action movie more faithful to the comic book than you are? He just drinks tequilas. Or martinis, actually. Wow. Why martinis? Because he used to... Because he was in Family Guy? And you want to pay homage to that joke? Whose leg do I have to hump to get a dry martini around here? No, I'm dead serious. That's the only thing I can think about when he's holding that martini. And he's voiced by Seth Green. A fucking Family Guy reference. I'm dead serious. Come on, man. I'm dead serious. If there's any flaw that I have with what you're doing with him, it's that. Let him get a beer. Let him smoke. Seriously. Let him smoke weed. If you're tired of the cigarettes, it's legal. Weed is legal. So is fucking cigarettes and a cigar. What the hell's wrong with y'all? Like, oh, but kids, well, he's not for kids. So stop promoting him as a kid. He's as a kid character. He's not. He's not a kid character. All these Marvel characters that you own, Disney, are not kid characters. What's wrong with you? Blade is not a kid character. Seriously. Ghost Rider. Oh. To be honest, Since Nicolas Cage is working with you, am I saying his name right? Right. If Nicolas Cage is working with you, making that neon, noir Spider-Man movie, I'm over here like, I think we're gonna get Ghost Rider back, guys. I think Nicolas Cage is gonna be part of the Ghost Rider shit here. To be honest, I'm for it because the only person I can play as that not plays, but that I can see as Ghost Rider, Ghost Rider, yeah. I saying Ghostface. Ghost Rider is Nicolas Cage, and I gotta check this shit right now. I'm sorry, guys. This is so funny. I'm just laughing to myself because I feel like I'm fucking up right here. You know how you feel like you're fucking up? Oh, man. Look at this, man. Look at this. You mean to tell me you can't have a fucking movie with fucking Ghost Rider and Howard the Duck together? Come on, man. Come on. This is, like, it's all about fun and also being a parody. Like, you it's okay to flex yourself, Disney. It's okay to flex. It's okay to get those stuff out. And the only character that you know that could alleviate that is Howard the Duck. What do you think the creator did what he did with that character? You know? And some idiot is going to be around here saying, oh, so you want them to put that woke shit? I'm not even going to talk to you about that shit because if you already still talking about that stuff in the year of 2025, you need to literally get a life. You need to get a life. You need to get a life. We're in 2025 and you still want to talk about that stuff and you still want to acknowledge that? Everyone's laughing at you. I hope you know that. Everyone's looking at you and laughing at you. No one doesn't take you seriously. People have moved on with that stuff. Mature people have moved on. I'm dead serious, man. And you always hear like, no, they haven't moved on. They haven't moved. See? Yeah, so fucking stupid, man. It's stupid. It's stupid. It's stupid. I don't know why people are just... I don't know what to say. I have no words. I have no fucking words. Seriously. You know, I'm going to quote what my friend has always told me. We had... I'm going to quote what my friend always says. Every time I see humanity does something stupid, it just tells me that humanity is lost. I'm like, ooh. So, I'll see you guys later. Be safe. And tell me what you guys think down below. Peace and be safe, guys. Seriously. Because I love this character to death. And he should be a household name. Literally, in 2025, I mean, he's becoming a household name since the whole what if stuff, which I'm thankful for.